I refused to give my sister the spare key to our house, and apparently that made me selfish and secretive. My husband Daniel and I bought our first home 8 months ago. Nothing fancy, just a 2-bedroom starter house with creaky floors and a questionable paint job, but to us, it's perfect. It's ours. After years of cramped apartments, thin walls, and landlords who acted like they owned our souls, living here feels like breathing again. My older sister Nina didn't take the news as well as everyone else. She congratulated us, sure, but she also made a joke about how she'd basically be moving in because she lived only 15 minutes away. I laughed it off then. I shouldn't have. From the moment we unpacked the first box, Nina started showing up constantly. Didn't matter if it was 7 a.m. or 10 p.m. She'd be at our front door with a bag of pastries, a stack of mail she accidentally got delivered to her place, or some decor she thought would upgrade our boring aesthetic. She never knocked. She'd poke her head inside and yell, "Hello, it's just me." Daniel was polite about it at first, but even he started sighing every time her car pulled into the driveway. I told Nina repeatedly to text before coming. She'd agree, then forget every single time. Then came the spare key incident. One Sunday afternoon, she dropped by again, unannounced, of course, with iced coffees we didn't ask for. As we sat in the living room, she casually said, "Hey, do you have a spare key for me? You never know when you'll get locked out." No, absolutely not. I told her we didn't plan to give out spare keys to anyone except Daniel's brother, who lives 5 minutes away, and only because he's our designated emergency contact. Nina blinked at me like I'd slapped her. "Wow," she said, crossing her arms. "So you trust Daniel's family more than your own sister?" "This isn't about trust," I said. "It's about privacy," she scoffed. "Privacy? I practically raised you, and you can't even give me a key?" Daniel stepped in gently, telling her we love her, but we need boundaries. She rolled her eyes and said the word boundaries like it tasted bitter. She left without finishing her coffee. 2 hours later, my phone exploded with messages from Nina, our mom, our cousin, even my aunt who lives 3 states away. Apparently, Nina had started a whole group chat titled Family Trust Issues, where she claimed I was locking her out of my life and choosing Daniel over blood. Mom texted me privately saying Nina was hurt and that I should fix this. I told her I wasn't comfortable giving out a key. Simple. That night, Nina showed up at Daniel's workplace. His co-worker, who later spilled everything, said she cornered Daniel in the lobby, demanding he talk some sense into his wife. She cried loudly enough that the receptionist asked if she needed a wellness check. Daniel told her firmly that the decision wasn't changing. She stormed out. The next weekend, we went to my parents' house for my dad's birthday dinner. Nina didn't show. My mom kept whispering that I should apologize for peace. Dad, however, listened to the whole story and said, "A key? Absolutely not. She doesn't need one." My mom looked offended. Dad just shrugged and said, "Nina's been barging into people's business her whole life. Maybe this will teach her something." Both of my cousins nodded. One of them even said Nina once used her spare key to snoop in her house to make sure the guy she was dating wasn't a loser. 2 weeks passed. I thought things had cooled down. Then Nina sent me a 3-page email. She said she had talked to her book club, her coworkers, and her neighbor, who she claims is basically a therapist, and they all agreed I was wrong. That denying a sibling a spare key signals emotional distance. That family should never be shut out. That she forgives me if I apologize and reconsider my harsh boundary. I didn't respond, because apparently the only thing some people hate more than a locked door is realizing it was never their house to walk into whenever they wanted.